Formula Offroad, the toughest motorsport on the planet.
Welcome to Skien in Norway, Formula Offroad, Norwegian Cup 2019. As you can see, a little wet today, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully the sun will come out a little later. First up, Ronnie Eriksson, car number 46 from Norway. He's coming up through the first gate there. Small hill just the other side. He has to line himself up. Unfortunately, we're not getting the camera shots we would like today, considering the weather we had has made it very difficult for us to set up our camera positions, but we'll do our best to bring you the best we can. That's Ronnie Eriksson. It's just coming down the second gate, the gully. Slight turn there. Always a bit tough coming downhill, just as difficult as going uphill. Don't have as much control, a lot of sliding, a lot of loose material that can give very unpredictable surfaces to drive on. Looks like Ronnie has made it all the way down and probably appear out at the bottom there. Like I say, the rain is it's making the ground a little firmer for these drivers. The material isn't so loose. As you can see there, Ronnie's front axle is broken. Next up, Kalle Sundberg, Sweden, car number 29. Talented driver. Let's see, he's going to make it over there. Yep. Little bounce, is he? Yep, he made it. It's always tricky. Just enough power to get over the top, but not enough power that you're actually going to fly over the top, because it might be a tight left or a tight right turn coming up. So this will be the same here. You'll want to get over the top, inside the marker, just about. Sliding down the gully a little bit there. Otherwise, it's okay. Down the ravine. Going to lose sight of him just for a little bit until he appears out at the bottom there. Hopefully the marshals will very soon allow us to place our cameras where we would like to bring you the best shots. Joachim Knudsen from Norway, 121. Here we go. Over that small hump there. Slightly different camera angle for you to get a feel of what it's like on the track. This is going to be a bit of a fast run for him. No hesitation whatsoever. Straight down there. That's Joachim Knudsen, car 121, Norway. Looked like a fairly clean run. Not sure, there might have been a 1 or 2 penalties there, considering that he took one of the markers out.
It's supposed to clear up later on today, around about 2 o'clock. So hopefully the umbrellas will put away and sunglasses will be put on. We'll just have to wait and see. For most of the teams and the drivers here, they really do not care on the weather. They're here to race, they're here to compete. So for them, races don't get cancelled because of the weather. It's as simple as that. And today is a go day. No cancellations whatsoever. Here we go. Oh, a little more, little more. Oh! Now from my position, I'm not quite sure if he jumped over the marker, if he had 1 or 2 wheels out. But he certainly didn't touch it. But as you've probably seen from the points description, you'll know that points get deducted if they miss a gate or if they drive over a gate. Here we go, another careful descent. Like I said before, this is really important. You do not want to mess your car up on the way down, especially if you're not competing. nobody gets points for smashing the car up. There we are, we're down. So he'll probably go back to the pits now. They'll check over the status of his nitrous oxide. Tire pressures, very important in this terrain. And as we stand here, we can see more fans coming in to watch this. That is a really nice, easy, steady. That was easy. That must have been yep, that was like a drive in the park. No problem whatsoever. Up through the other gate, down through the gate on the other side. A lot of these cars are built during the winter, or rebuilt, I should say. After the season is finished, most of these cars will go back to their garages, and the drivers and the mechanics will literally strip each car down, right down to its nuts and bolts, make improvements, repair things that are worn out or broken, and get that car ready for next season. Generally takes a lot of these drivers are they're not professionals. This is an amateur sport. Most of these drivers and the teams put in their own time, and I can say this: it's an extremely expensive hobby. If it wasn't for their sponsors, they probably would not be able to race. Here we go. Yep. Oh, struggle. And he stopped. Okay, now there can be points deducted here if he reverses up. Yep. So he's backing down. So he's going to lose points there. There is obviously a big risk that he could actually go outside of the course. So they're going to, yep, there we go. And we're done. All right. That's it. Pretty much no points there. As you can see, the type of tires that he has. They're not the big scooper type. A lot of drivers prefer these. They have actually a more of a regular grip on the hills. So here we go. Okay, we're just waiting for clearance from the marshal. Yep, they have to wait for the green flag at the top to say that the course is ready from their end, and off they go. All right. Oh. Yep. Full gas, full gas. Nice, clean. Okay, now we're going to go up to the other gate. This slope is a little more stony. Oh! Yeah, stuck on the ridge. Not quite enough forward momentum to cross the ridge there. So he's probably going to need some assistance to get down. There's a guy there earning his hot dog for the day, putting the markers back. And there we go. We're going to just pull it off the ridge now. We can say, all right, next car is up. Here we go. Green flag. Shouldn't be a problem for this guy. Yep, little hop over the top. He actually took note of what actually happened for the driver before him. A little pop over the ridge there. Here we go. This little more stony. Tight turn. We have to be really careful here because if you ride up the side, you could actually flip your car. So it's It's not a sliding descent, it's more of a controlled descent. As you can see, it's very tight in there. Through the gate. Yep. Mikael Jonsson. There we go. Very nice. Some of these drivers make it look so easy. There's a lot of throttle control required. Give it too much power, it will dig in. Give it not enough power, and it will just stand still. So there's a lot of technique involved. It's not just not about power. It's a lot of technique, a lot of skill required. There we go. Careful descent. Still got to get through the gate at the bottom. So I'm going to say this, that I did not see any faults there. Okay, you got the flag. Little puff of NOS there. Up we go. Plenty of power. Ooh, hop over the top. Coming up to the second gate. Nice. Now we come for the drop. Tight turn there. Looks easy, not easy. Like I said, this is track 1 of 6 tracks today. And hopefully all cars will make it through to the track 6. Relatively new to the sport from what I understand. Gets the flag to run. There we go. Plenty of power. Steady. Oh, and there you go. It's always the same. The last like 10 or 15 meters, unless you give it that extra pop, you're going to get stuck on the ridge. So, yep, he's going to need assistance. He's just signaled for the marshals that he's not going to attempt to move any further, and he's going to need assistance. Yep, they're trying the analog technique of pushing it off the ridge. Probably not going to work. So they'll probably have to take a tow. Here we go, we're on a run. Is he going to make the same mistake? No, exactly. So that extra bit of power right at the end there, just to give you that speed to get over the top. But, oh, classic. Yep. This is going to catch a lot of drivers out, I think. They're just going to get stuck on the ridge. He did very well on the first gate there. And obviously he'd actually forgotten that you need to give it that extra little bit of push to get over the top in the second gate there. So here come the crew. See if they can push him over the edge. No, don't think that's going to happen.
Yes, vi venter på svenske Erik Nilsson, men det ryktes at svensken ikke kommer til start i banen. De står i det på og skrur enda
Okay,
svenskene.
he's lined up, waiting.
Et blad Dødsrønningen som
Dødsrønningen Motorsport, you can see there. Most of these drivers have named their cars. One of the cars, and I'm not sure is in this competition, is a car called Ugly Betty. I'd like to think that that's not named after one of his family members. There's another car, if I can remember rightly, which is called the Troll, which is like a type of dwarf that lives under a bridge. And most of the drivers had a very, very close relationship with their cars. By that I mean that every spare minute or hour of the day they spend with their cars, fixing, trixing, trying to make them better. Okay. Will he? There's a nice hop up to the top. Easy. Will he learn a lesson from the other drivers? Will he actually give it that little extra to get over the... yeah, and there you go. And that's how it's done. So far, a very clean run. Okay. So he's backing up a little. So as long as he doesn't go outside of the course, he'll be fine. So that's one thing. When you take up the second gate there and you put that little extra power on, you have to prepare to brake and turn right almost immediately to be able to come down this gully. Like the drivers, I'm sure, are seriously focused on getting over that ridge and then realizing at the last moment that they have to turn immediately right to get down the gully and go through the finish gate at the bottom. Hence the car backing up somewhat. These tyres are formerly used in drag racing. They're very soft, and you might not notice it, but when they spin at high speed, they expand a little bit, and they'll push those scoops out to be able to make a really deep grip. So the tyres originally are from drag racing, and then once they've finished their life on the drag circuit, they are sent away, and these big scoops are vulcanized back onto the tyre, and they have a second life in this sport. There we go. Let's see what he does. Smooth run, very smooth. Little hop over the top, nice. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to... nice. Very nice. A nice gradual creep over the top there. Just enough power to clear the top, yet still be able to turn. Obviously, the turning circle of these cars is not the greatest thing. They can't actually turn a tight circle like a regular car does. Here he comes down the gully. Nice and easy. And like I said before, it's very easy to turn your car over in this gully. So the last thing they want to do is damage the car on the first track. And there we go. And we clear the gate. Very nice run. Kovac. There we go. All of these cars are built to strict safety regulations according to the Nordic regulatory body for Formula Offroad racing. If it doesn't, each car is registered with them for racing, and as I say, it must conform very, very strictly to their safety requirements, which includes the roll cage or onboard fire extinguisher, etc., etc., etc. Different types of seat belts. Here we go. Come on. And yes, there you go. Second track. Is she going to pop over the top? Excellent. Nice job. Little reverse. Okay. Little extra visibility there, popping up her visor on her helmet. It's probably covered in rain. Like I say, this is a very large technical challenge. this final gate on this track. The flashing that you probably see on her helmet there was a reflection of the braking lamp that they have. When the brakes are applied, a lamp will come on to let them know brakes are applied. And that was a nice run. Very nice. Yeah, everyone's ready. Yep, this way. Waiting for the thumbs up, all clear. There it is. Oh, flat out power. Little deviation there. Try and get extra grip. Nice. All right. Let's see if any lessons have been learnt by watching other drivers trying to get through gate 2. A very, very steady ascent there. Very, very nice control. And no reverse. Nice turn into the last gate. And if anything, the first two were anything to go by, this should be a very simple descent for him. It's always advisable not to slide. A slide, if you're locking up your brakes, then you have to go with the grus, the gravel. So if you're rolling and braking, you have more control over the vehicle and its direction. There we go. Nice. No penalties from what I could see. Nice clean run. All clear. Nice and steady. Very, very nice.
Kjører bilen Nurke og kjører for NMK Tvedestrand. Og har vært en velkjent figur i norsk offroad-sport i et par tiår, Jørgen Paulsen.
And how we have Combato Racing 220. This is Kenneth Dulevert. He's from Denmark. I actually think he's probably our only Danish driver today. Oh, a little reverse there. And like I say, these cars do not have the tightest turning circle. It's not like your average smart car. Here we come down. Nice controlled descent. Obviously there can be a big risk here if you go down too fast that you will end up bending one of the sway bars. You bend a sway bar, that's a very big job. And the very bright green car we have on the start line. Christian Jensen, car number 300. And the rain is with us with a vengeance now. So if you don't have an umbrella, beg, borrow, or steal one. Not that it's worrying this guy. Straight over the top, no problem. I think some of the rain is a big benefit for some of these driving styles, considering that the ground is more packed. No problem at all. Will he make the right turn into the gully? Ooh, a little tight. Might have to ride up the side a little bit. Yep. So here he comes. There we go.
Han får et rygg på toppen. Det er ikke noen krise på noen måte for Christian Jensen. Men
Here he comes.
får da noen fortrekk i poeng da. Og da legger han seg bak de to i tet. Også Christian Jensen. Og så etter hvert når det kneppes til noen
Yeah, I think this first track for the unlimited cars and for modified has been a bit of a, what is it, a warm-up session, testing the ability of the car and the driver. Not too challenging, but challenging enough to find out if the car is doing what is expected of it. And away he goes. There we go, over the top. Nice. Here we go. Don't forget the little extra over the top. Ooh. I think what's actually happening is they don't want to give it too much because they're trying to avoid reversing to be able to come down the gully. So
det kan slå begge veier, det har vi sett før. Så putter det litt på toppen her. Vi får håpe det ikke er noe alvorlig. Kommer seg for videre, Øyvind, men får ikke fratrekk på stopp i banen der. Det får vi se hva dommerne sier etter hvert.
Yep. Steady, steady, steady. Not quite sure what was happening at the top of the gully there. I think he might have had problems selecting the appropriate gear that he wanted to come down in. As I said before, these cars are put under extreme duress. It's not unusual for a small thing like the selector in the gearbox to get a bit jammed up, considering what they have to go through. As you can see, the going is pretty tough for some of the marshals and the fans here. As you can see, the rain is absolutely pouring down now. This may be the toughest motorsport on the planet, but the fans are also the toughest fans on the planet, I can tell you.
And you have precisely drove in track number 1. What do you think about it?
It was a little bit easy, but it was still fun going down the gully.
In the finish in the track 1, I don't know what happened. Hit a bump or something, but the wheel broke, so yeah, put on a new one.
But now we're on track 2, and here we go.
Vi har målporten der oppe, den kan vi se litt grann til høyre for det grønne flagget. Ja, de kjører opp på den siden i Islending. Starten av trekken her på startplaten, der er det endret litt grann på. Ja, så får han problemer som
Ronny Eriksson digging holes. Sorry, Hakuru Einarsson digging holes from Iceland. Oh, so much power here, so much power. Is he going to make it? Yeah! I think maybe he just got through there. Maybe. Here we go. Turn in. And here comes the power. He always makes it look so easy. Clear. Nobody races until all the marshals are happy that the track is in safe condition. Here we go. Roger's getting the flag, and now he can proceed. This is not a timed track, so he can approach it as fast or as slow as he likes. Roger's a very technical driver, and just like Tor Egil, can make it look easy, but can also make it look hard. Today was one of those days, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's really unusual for such an experienced driver, such as Roger Fosse, to get caught out like that. But I think the weather conditions, as you can see, are not the best, and they managed to push him off the ridge, so he will back all the way down now. So I would say that's a really big disappointment for Roger. Obviously, here we go. This is Iceland making an impression, and a very good one at that. We have 4 cameras out on the track, and water gets in everywhere. Our camera operators are waterproof, but our cameras aren't always so tolerant. Oh, there's a little error there outside of the line, but even so makes it. Obviously they're very used to this weather. Another Icelandic driver, Gudmundur Eliasson. Like I say, not time trial. They can approach it as fast and as slow as they like. And this is like a full-on. Oh, nice. And he clears the ridge. No problem at all. Let's see how we are now. Final check of seat Same kind of seat belts we use in Formula 1. 5-point fixing. Little puff and nos there. Let's see how well we do. Is he going to get? And yes. That more than makes up for the first track that he got stuck on. So I'm sure he's very happy with that. The temperature here right now is probably around about 10 degrees. And a lot of these cars use nitrous oxide. That nitrous oxide has to be kept at a certain temperature, otherwise it doesn't work. For those of you that don't know what nitrous oxide is, it's the same kind of gas that you get at the dentist. It's like laughing gas. That's pumped into the engine along with the fuel to give it that extra horsepower. A car's horsepower can be boosted up to 200 extra horsepower in power. It's also very combustible. So quite a dangerous element. Each car is equipped with a kill switch. If a car flips over, goes upside down, the driver obviously kills the ignition, but also around the back there's a battery disconnect, a red plug that the marshals will reach around and pull out. It will stop any electrical contacts, creating the possibility of a fire. Hopefully we won't see anything like that today. Plenty of power. There's a large stone in the middle of that track that when they hit it, they seem to lose a little bit of traction there, which swings the car a little bit to the left. There's also creates a risk that the car will stall out in that position and start to dig in. It's a fine balance with these tyres to get grip and also not to dig holes. And you'll probably see a net on the side, the driver's side there. That is to stop the driver's arms from coming outside of the car. If the car was to roll over, it would stop his arm from coming outside of the car and getting crushed. That was very close. Confident enough to keep pumping the gas to get it out of there. A lot of drivers actually will use wrist restraints instead of a net on the side. These actually fit around your wrist and are connected to your safety system. That also will stop your arms coming out of the car should you roll over or flip over. Marshall there just checking the seatbelt. The last thing that we want here is obviously an injury to a driver or a spectator. So safety is paramount. It's always number one. Always, always, always. And let the car proceed. He's coming up fast. Nice and steady. Just made it look like a drive in the park. Very, very easy. Ronny Eriksson, Norwegian driver. Ronny's been in the sport for many, many years now. So should expect something technically correct from Ronny. And off we go. So now there's a few cars that have been up this track. They've started to clear away all of the wet material, and now it's more drier. As I said, very technical drive there, straight up, full concentration, nice control of the acceleration. It may seem very crowded down there with a lot of people milling around the cars, but each one of those people have a very important role to play in this sport. From marshals to, wow, that was a lot of nitrous oxide released there. Okay, let's go nitrous all the way, I think, this. There we go. Very quick run. I think brand new driver. It's his first competition, as far as I'm aware, and he's keen to impress the more established drivers here. He's not unwelcome. Everyone's welcome to this sport. Very nice. Very, very nice. No complaints there. That was driven very well. That was just like an experienced driver. I would not be able to tell that he was new to the sport. And very happy public there, enjoying the weather and the rain. And like I say, it may be the toughest sport in the world, but we also have the toughest and happiest fans in the world as well. Nice, snip. Very, very nice. Without effort. I wouldn't actually have expected anything less. Jørgen Poulsen, Norwegian driver. Nice. I think the previous drivers have evened out the track just a little bit there, which is making it a much smoother run for the drivers that follow. This is why the order is changed. Not every driver drives in the same order for every race, so you might be placed first in the first track, but fourth in the second track, and maybe in the third track you'll be eighth, is to give everyone a chance to drive a fresh track and not be penalized by the drivers before you by them cutting the way up, one could say. Oh, very, very nice. Here we go. Yeah, I think the track has definitely been evened out for those that follow. I think it's showing to be quite the advantage. Most of these cars that you're seeing now on track 2, we're in the first order on track 1. To their advantage, actually, to get maximum points, not make any small, silly mistakes, which can be easily done, especially if you are overconfident. You still have to drive with full focus here, and the camera angles that you're seeing actually don't show you how steep it actually is. Hopefully during the break maybe we can actually get to see how steep these slopes are. Just getting a good look there at the front suspension and the steering rack. Not your normal car's configuration. Even acceleration. And a small pop over the top there. Very nice. And away we go. Very nice. Very simple. The sun is actually trying to get through. It's brightened up. It's still raining, but we live in hope that the sun will eventually get to us. And if I look out the window of the studio right now, I can see that the sun is actually trying to get through. It's brightened up. It's still raining, but we live in hope that the sun will eventually get to us. As you can see, the des rigueur for drivers. This driver is wearing the latest fashion in how to stay dry and clean all at the same time. Probably one of the smartest people around here right now. And here we go with track 3. More. Gonna need more. Oh, we're gonna have some penalties there. Drove over the gate. But otherwise, a really good run.
se om han kommer ned igjen, men nå var han igjennom. Han har i hvert fall fått rødt lag. Det er så mye igjen av dagen. Neste bil ut, folkens. Det
There we go, and we have the flag.
Det islandske
So-
18 Jarmil med bilen Thunderbolt.
Jamil is on the way.
Og det vanskelig å se
Our Iceland driver.
for oss hva som skjer med eventuelle
Our Icelandic drivers are the more experienced drivers in the sport, considering that this sport was actually born in Iceland. Nice job there. So Mikael Jonsson now, track 3, Norwegian driver. There we go. Straight up attack. Through the gully. Very tricky point. Is he gonna? Yes. Nice and clean. Straight through there. No penalties. And we are on track 3. Very important to have yourself lined up before you apply the accelerator, otherwise you will spin out or you will take the wrong line. Very nice. Looks like the start line's getting very crowded with people down there now. Drivers and mechanics and other officials. Do a little chat there. Green flag, and he's away. He wasted no time. He just wanted to get up there. Let's see what he does now. He redeemed himself on track 2 after track 1's misadventure. Is he going to make it? And he does. Nice job. Final check. Securing the net. Thumbs up, visor down, off we go. Looks like we're digging. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a very tough climb for him. Very, very, very tough. Oh, just managed it.
140 poeng. Han har bare 160 poeng opp til teten fra direktørsrenningen. Med 350 poeng nå, med full score, så vil han så absolutt være med.
In after track 2, Kevin Fossen still leading, Jørgen Poulsen in second place. And also we have and just at the top there. Nice. Very, very good. We go, and we got the flag. Little wider there. Fill on. Oh, very tight there. Nice. Very, very good. There, and we've got the flag, and off we go. Nice. You can start to see that the track is a lot drier now, and he's trying to weave his way up, and he's out, way outside of the track there. So puff and loss there. So we'll just see if he's I think he's going to try and back his way down. It's always a little tricky and dangerous. There he comes. There. That was a bit of a shame. Good run, good technique. When you start to lose traction, you try and find it wherever you can. So he was swinging left, swinging right, swinging left again. Finally got some traction, but unfortunately it pulled him left outside of the gate. So that's a bit of a disappointment there. But the day is young. There's still time, and also we've also got tomorrow to take into consideration.
Neste bil ut er Kalle Sundbring og bilen Jaskripen, kalt etter det svenske jagerflyet. Skal vi se om Kalle Sundbring kan få bilen til å fly over toppen. Kalle Sundbring er en av
A lot of people hanging out in the rain, and yep, putting the safety net up. Marshall's making sure everything's done, gets the flag, and away he goes. Nice. Oh. Going. A lot of large material is being exposed now. Perfect. Very, very nice. A lot of energy involved in that. You start to see as the bana proceeds, or the track proceeds with the drivers, they'll see a degradation of the track, like small avalanches that come down. There was a nice good puff and nos there. Make sure that the tubes are clear. Has every intention of using it. Here we go. Joachim Knudsen, generally quite the aggressive driver. He'll keep punching it. Nice, very, very nice. Straight up and over. Not quite sure. And he has the flag, and away he goes. Okay, eager to get going, no hesitation. Here we go. Keep going. There we go. Nice. Over the top. Complete. Nice and clean. He has the flag. And off we go. Nice straight attack. Technically correct. Without sounding too much, it was a little straightforward. No surprises there. Nice. Slow, steady. Here we go. Very nice. It's all day long. I mean, driving like he's been doing it all day long. Very, very nice. Combardo Racing. This car is a few years old. I actually watched this car being built on the internet. New driver, a couple of seasons ago, decided to build his own car. Made a really nice job of it, and is starting to make a serious impression on the sport. Keep going. Oh, we made it, but we were just outside. And now we're back to the race. He's got the flag. He's lining up. A lot of sanders actually come down now, and so it's really tricky for these guys. A lot of stuff. but didn't seem to be too much of a problem. He has the flag, and away we go. Very nice. This is that was relatively easy for him. Not the first time that he's done that. And we're back. Now the track has been cleared. Always a problem when we have a car on the track. Just holds up all the proceedings. This is going. Made it, but we took out the marker along the way, so there'll be points deducted there. Do we have a green flag? Yes, we do. There we go. Nice. Very nice and clean. No surprises there. As you can see, the car was before has been loaded onto a trailer to be able to bring it down. And the rain has come back, which wasn't fantastic, but there you go. This is the speed track, somewhat flatter than the regular track. As much speed, still technically challenging. So this is all timed. Just backing up, reversing a little. Okay, and we're done. So this is track 4, the time trial. Next car up. This is Gudmundur Eliasson, Iceland. Unlimited. And we'll see our see what he does here. And we're off. A time trial. So not the easiest car to control, considering that it's almost lost it there. It's putting everything into it. So I think he really wants to win this section here. Oh, he took out one of the markers. Yeah, so I think it's like 30-35 seconds through there. Okay. There we go. Oh, driving a little safe there. Didn't really want to probably put it out on the corner. Okay, a little more. Driving. I'm suspecting there might be something not quite right with the car. Very slow drive. That'd be interesting to find out later on in the competition what's going on here. But Kovacs doesn't normally drive this. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Fredrik Døsreiningen. Something very particular about why there is such a delay between each car. Off he goes. A little more full fart, a little bit more speed. Obviously these cars are not designed for this, they're designed for more of a vertical incline, so steering them on the flat is very tricky, it's very hard. Oh, that was close. Here we go. A little more safe around the corner. Flat out on the straight. A lot of the steering is actually done with the acceleration as well. It's like trying to slide it round by giving it a little extra gas there because the tyres are so turned. Like I said, car's not really designed for this type of racing. I think that's probably what makes it more interesting. Orkale Sundbring is on the line, waiting to take off. One of the only Swedish drivers in the competition. Getting the flag, and off he goes. Yep. Trying to make a bit of a statement there. Hey, Sverige. Little acceleration. Trying to show the Norwegians that Sweden is in the house. And there he comes. Very aggressive driver. Really, really. Oh, there we go. So it's taking a little shortcut there. And like I say, aggressive driver. Normally gets what he wants at the end of the day. There we go. And off we go. Let's see if Knudsen can. Nice. Trying to straighten out the corner there. Whoa, there we go. Very nice. Oops, little outside, and we're over. Okay, and we have a small fire, but nothing to worry about. They'll be there really soon. It's always really nerve-wracking. We need to see the driver. That's the main thing. Driver's out. Okay. Driver looks okay. We're fine. So he's pulled the emergency switch. So they'll come and put the fire out. Bit surprised this hasn't happened yet, to be honest with you. But this is the chance that you have with this type of aggressive driving. Every driver always knows that they take a chance when throwing their vehicle around. But the most important thing is the driver is okay. That's always like number one. And that the fire is extinguished and there's no danger to the public. So once the fire marshal comes up and judges the car to be safe to be moved, they'll bring the machine in to lift it out and take it back to the pits. And one of these pits is going to be in full speed very soon. We've finally got the track clear. So back to the time trials. Oh, now definitely. Oh. Yep, here we go. Yep, safely around the corner there. A lesson learnt from the previous driver. not going to be the best time, but oh, a safe course. And we're off again. You can tell that he really wants to put his foot down, but I think he's hitting it off. Would be nicer if the track was just maybe 50 meters longer, just to pick up the loss of the speed there. Oh. So Fossen is hopefully going to show his experience here. Fast driver, very technical. Really makes mistakes. Yep. Nice, coming around the last 50 meters. That could be a placing time, actually. Then we have Atli Jamil, Iceland, car number 25. And we're off. Next to there. It's the corners. Oh, there was a little nosedive in the dip there. This actually could be a quick time. It's the best time, I think, so far. Danish driver. Ooh, a little wide on the corner there. There you go. It's going to be a time penalty right there. Yep. Not the world's fastest time. Plus, he's going to have some points deducted there for driving over the course marker. And we're off. Let's see now. It's slow and sure, I think. It's, I don't think there'll be, this is going to be like an aggressive run at all. And we're off again. It's an aggressive start. This could be something. Always a little chancy to power it around a corner because you could actually roll it over, and we've seen that already. Yep. And she's got the flag. Let's see what she does. Yeah, come in, Celine. Yep, come on. Doing well. Oh, nice little hop there. Oh, 3 wheels up. There she goes. Yep. There we come down, around the corner. Nice run. Nice aggressive attack. Let's see what we do in the corner here. Very hard to power it round, especially when it's an up, and it's a very tight back hairpin turn. Real easy through the little jumps there. Nice. They creep down. Yep. Always difficult to give a strong finish, especially when you're coming downhill and out of the corner. Nice job otherwise. And we're going. See what he's, yep. So I'm fairly sure that there's heavy competition between the brothers, and not only in competition but against each other. Has to be inside of there. No. Outside. And drop some points there. Come on, strong finish.
32 sekunder, han taper nå tid I forhold til Øyvind Rogne Ski.
So, and he's got the flag. I'm going to see if he puts in a strong effort here. Probably going to slow down to go through the dips. Yep, there'll be no jumping here. Going to keep inside the marker. Yep. All right. Now we have to steep down to the left. Strong finish. Is he going to do it? Yeah, inside. Very nice. Very nice. So that's it for this track.
Intressant vad som kan hända.
Da er vi I gang igjen I bane 5, og første bil ut det ingen ringere enn Imi Berggren, og bilen og går voldsomt til. Som første bil ut så har han en tøff oppgave. Men det spares ikke på noen ting. Det den ene utfordringen etter den andre for Imi Berggren. Og på toppen, ja det var...
Oh, well, that was pretty exciting. Let's hope we continue this. It also, we might actually have a few delays on this course. I think if it does go wrong, it takes a little bit to repair the course. It's never easy when it's so steep. Here we go. Øyvind Svensson. Oh, bo, 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 bo. Nej. That's it. And det
ble bare en 60-70 poeng også for Øyvind dessverre. Skaper forsøket, men nå begynner også han å falle litt tilbake. Det lå jo lenge veldig, veldig godt av.
Backing all the way down. So as you can see, very steep. Not everyone's going to do this today, that's for sure. I'm going to need a lot more power and a better line of attack. And I believe this is Ronny Eriksson.
på. Han jo kjent for å satse da, av og til litt hodeløst.
That's the flag.
Men til
It's okay, in gear, off we go.
Her kommer Ronny Eriksen. Hva skal han forsøke seg på? Går rett på, eller forsøker også han seg til høyre.
Okay.
Og trør til, og går
And oh yes, it looks like nah. Yep. Still going forward, still going up. There it is. Oh yes, nice job. They probably weren't noticeable earlier, but now the sand is being removed as the cars go up. They're exposing these larger rocks that can prove a bit dangerous if the wheels kick them up. And off he goes. Here we go. Power, power, power. That's what you need. Come on. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, and we did it through the gate. Needs to glide over to the left now and get up through there. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay. Now we have to be very careful not to go too low. Swing round. And straight up again. Aye. Not good. And he's done. He's signaled that he's not going to attempt to go up anymore. So now they're going to bring a winch in, probably pulling him up. It's too dangerous, I believe, to try and back down. So that will be Joachim Knudsen from Norway. Let's see how far he gets this time. Oh, that was nicely done. Oh, so near yet so far. Really good try. Really, really good try. Oh. Flag, and here we go.
Med dobbelt baklengs salto fra Island tidligere og gå på YouTube og sjekk Hauke Reinardsson, folkens. Vi ser hva han finner på nå da Hauke
Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, slide around. Just to get through that gate. Full-time job.
Hold et lite øye med det selv, folkens. Så slipper vi å rydde der unna. Det også bare halvannen bane igjen, så vi ferdige dagens konkurranse.
Toregen.
Så vær forsiktige. Her kommer
Let's see what he does.
Mm.
Loads of speed. Nice. Oh, tip top. Oh. Okay. Needs to crawl along. Yep. Just a little outside. Otherwise, pretty good run. Okay, we have a green flag. It took a long run at that. There we go. And above there. Needs to slide along. And oh, very nice. Still have a red flag. Now we have green, and the start flag has been lifted. That's a late start right there. Normally the speed is applied a little earlier than that. The forward momentum. Yep, he's got it. And he's going to have trouble turning before that gate. I don't think he's able to do it. No, It's not going to happen. The only way he could do it is to swing it round hard, and it's not going to happen. I'll be really, really surprised if he manages to do this. Yep, no, it's that's the end of the story, I believe. Brave attempt. Little late on the acceleration, which didn't give him the enough forward motion to be able to make the turn without putting his foot down on the gas, and that helped bury him basically. So good attempt, slightly technically incorrect. So now the start flag for and he's on. Okay. Let's see now. Mikael Jonsson can get further. And lots of power there through the gate. Yes. Okay. So now he has to glide over. A little power, not too much, just enough to keep him up, and through the gate. Very, very nice. Nicely done. And we have a green flag. All right, so race is on. Here we go. So let's see what kind of performance we can get from Goodmir. Nice start, lots of power, flies through the gate. Very, very nice. Okay, now, and oh, very, 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 very nice. Really good. One of the best runs of the day. And look at this. Now that is a jump and a half. Very, very nice. You can see one of the markers flying out there. The second marker to his left, that was taken out by stones, not by a wheel. Very nice. And we're back to our friend again on the slopes. We really must find out what his name is. He's doing a marvelous job there, digging back in the marker. One of two. We'll have to put back now. Off we go. Oh, a lot of power there. Very nice. Maybe just, oh, look at that. And he took the gate out. He was driving just a little too carefully. Just a little too carefully. Otherwise, he would have made that gate. As you can see, a little bouncing around up there. And of course, all the time that your wheels are not in contact with the ground, you are not in control. So you can see that went really nicely there, through there. That marker that's laying on the ground to the left, that was taken out by flying stones, not by his tyre. Through here really nicely, swings the background. And we missed the finish.
Grønn flagg på toppen. Her kommer Øyvind over ski. Startet med tetkampen, Øyvind. Ligger kun 7 poeng bak lederen etter 4 baner. Vi ser hva Salman og Øyvind klarer å ha.
Øyvind is next. Yep. Keep going. Very nice. Yes. Through the gate very nicely. There we go, crawling along. Oh! Back left wheel. just clipped the gate as he went through.
Vi venter altså på Celine Grønning. Han skal bli helt klar. Vi venter på det grønne flagget. Det kommer i neste sekund.
Okay. Green flag. All right. And she's going. Off she goes. Plenty of power. Yes, yes. Very nice. Very, very good. Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Men der det stopp på Celine Grønning.
Andy Kuhn, next up. Swiss driver. I think he possibly is our first and only Swiss driver.
Kjører legendariske Kermit-bilen som Ketil Jonsen bak Rønner Telemark herjer med i mange år.
For those of you that don't read Norwegian, the writing on the back of the vest was belt tightener. So he's the guy that will make sure that you're strapped into your car. And off we go. Okay. From the land of cuckoo clocks and chocolates, our Swiss driver is making a very, very impressive performance here. No. Oh, what's happened here? I think we are suffering technical difficulties. I think the car is not quite sure what's happening here. Something has happened to the car. Not quite sure what. And then, as you can see, makes a beautiful turn here. No pause, just turns straight into it. Starts to make his turn up the hill, and you will see him stop where he is right now. And, yep. Next up, Kevin Fossen. Start flag. Here we go. We'll see what's going now. Lots of power. Yes, very nice. Showing his driving skills. Let's see if he can get up. Is he going to get stuck? No, he clears it. He's really happy about that. You can see he's really happy about that result. And so he should be. It was a good performance. As you can see, straight through the middle. As soon as he hits the ground, he starts the turn. There we go. Very nice indeed. Both gates negotiated exactly square on. Only person up there, they're finished. This person's going to need a good meal and a beer tonight after the exercise they've put in, climbing up and down this track. Okay, we changed to green flag. Okay. And Jørgen is on the way.
Her kommer Jørgen Paulsen i sin oransje jeep som heter Nurken.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Sneak. Very nice.
Det ser så lett ut når Jørgen har funnet fram
Cuts the corner. Yes.
Der må bort igjen,
Stays on the ridge. Straight up and through.
Jørgen Paulsen klatrer.
Very nice.
Det ser så enkelt ut, og Jørgen Paulsen
Very, very nice. Very good.
Danmark ligger på en femteplass, Kenneth. 1213 poeng.
You can see in the slow motion how much material it dislodges, which runs down the track and affects any drivers that follow them. So it's always an advantage if you can be somewhere in the middle. If you're first on the track, you get to attack it and remove a lot of material, but then if you're in the middle of the track, then you get to take advantage of that at the end. Then you actually can find it a disadvantage with the amount of material that's been loosened and that has run down to the bottom of the track. And off we go. Oh, no. Oops, 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 oops. Not good, not good. And I would say, and we're done. Yes. He wasn't happy about that. Something's not right. Not quite sure, but I think that was not only did he get himself stuck, but I actually think there was some failure with the drivetrain. I mean, even he's on his way out, leaving the race area, and I can see that if we go to camera 2, you can actually see that he's struggling to get back to the pits. So, it seems that first on the start line is Øyvind Svensson. The start order has been changed a little bit. And we're off. Oh, this one is going to be a tough one. Almost no points there for Øyvind. Here you can see Øyvind making his run up, lands very heavily and just starts to dig in. Next up we have Ronny Eriksson, Norwegian. Hopefully, there we go, flag up, and here comes his attempt. Not quite a quick takeoff. Slightly different line, and over he goes, and he keeps rolling. Let's have a look. Always a nervous time. Driver out. Need to see thumbs up from the driver. Make sure he's okay. And take his safety collar off. Get him out of the car. He may be completely okay, but it's extremely important to get him out of the car as soon as possible, because that car could actually burst into flames at any second. As you can see here, full gas on, trying to make a recovery. and ends up turning upside down. So engine shut down, and he begins to tumble end over end and eventually lands upside down. So it's a little disappointing, but I suppose it was kind of a big way to go out on the day. And as one warrior enters, the defeated leaves. It's almost like entering the Roman gladiator arena. Is somewhat more dangerous than the other ones that we've had so far. So we shall see how many cars survive this this brutal track. So let's see what he does. Oh. There we go, and he's not happy. He is not happy. Oh, you can tell. Yep, that's total frustration there. Really, really angry about that. Upset. He's not upset with anything but himself. He knows. Next one up will be Joachim Knudsen. Oh, you can see this. And he just lands and digs. Desperate to get out of there. And then realizes he has defeat. And backs out furiously. There we go. Start flag. Off we go. Cars back in action. Whoa! There we go. Oh, another frustrated attempt by another driver. A little bit more resigned to the event. Nice approach, full on. Just tipping the balance there. Got caught up in the gully. Almost flipped over. And then decided, yep, might as well go home. Yeah, that wasn't happening. But a really, really brave attempt. Heike Einarsson next. Let's see how he does. Full on. Good, very nice. Okay, someone needs to get up there really quickly now. That is a very dangerous position to be in because the roll cage will be buried in the gully. So I should imagine personnel should hurry up and get there. You can see it was a definite case of go big or go home for him, and he definitely put everything he had into it, as it does a backflip, and just there you can see how tight it is in there. So the walls of that gully actually fit the side of the car. So there is no real way to get into it. The back of the car is actually blocked by engine. And the front of the car, as you can see, there's a small entrance on the front of the bonnet there. Very, very small. Not recommended for someone to crawl through. And definitely not a way out either. He's out. And he's in good health. And that's great. We always like to see that. We don't care about the cars. We don't care about anything. As long as the driver appears and he's healthy.
Hi, Hauker. You did a nice show there.
Yeah, thank you. I try my best, always try my best. Yeah. I think this hill is pretty steep.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it. From the man himself. And you might have missed it, but he actually climbed back into the car and drove the car back to the pits, which surprised everyone. So he got a massive round of applause from the crowd, and it was an applause of relief. Okay, so let's get back to the action. So Tor Egil Toldund from Norway. Let's see what he's going to do. Oh, and he stayed on his wheels. Stayed on his wheels. That's really important. Brave attempt. Really brave attempt. Not cutting it today though. That might have shook a few drivers up. What they just saw. So next up will be Roger Fossen. Here you can see that he got trapped in the corner there. Almost ended up on his roof. Here we go, start flag, off we go. Roger Fossen. Here we go. Oh! And we are getting stuck in all kinds of places. So you can see he's got tires towed in, which means his steering is broken. You can see both his tires are pointing inwards. So he's going to need some help back to the pit. So he's doing his best to try and get out of there. But I mean, his day is done. So hopefully that'll get fixed. And here you can see. There. That's where he broke it, right there. And then it was all over. There was no way it was coming out of there. So basically, it wasn't getting trapped in the gully that broke the steering rack. It was actually hitting the side of the gully. Okay. Here we go. So we have a red flag right now. Atli Emil, Iceland. Green flag, off he goes. Let's see what the Icelandic has to offer here. Goes straight up into the gully and back down he goes. So leaving a little bit of the car there. As you can see, if your wheels are not on the ground, you're not going to get the traction for the forward momentum to carry you up the hill. That was a shame. It was a good start by Atli there. We'll see what he does tomorrow. Michael Jonsson, Norway, car 100. And he gets the flag. Little puff and nos there. Let's see how he attacks this. A lot of gas. Ooh! Looks like he will maybe be able to see the slow motion replay on what actually happened there. It looked like he actually caught his tire right on the edge there, and it turned him around. Yep, there it was. So tire went into the wall of the ravine and tried to push him round, and that was it. Gudmundur Eliasson from Iceland. An aggressive driver generally. As you can see, almost. Little end over end there. Ended up back on his wheels. That edge right there seems to be catching out a lot of people. The tyre buries itself into the wall of that small ravine, and basically it's game over. Doesn't look like there's serious damage to the steering rack at the front, so he will live to fight another day. Jimmy Berggren, very big prospect from
all the way past that point. Here we go. Right there, climbs up. Wheels still going. Not quite. Ends up doing a little pirouette in the air. And it's coming down a little hard on the steering there. There, you can see that. So we will see if he can fix this in time for tomorrow morning, where he'll be first up on track 1. It might be a long evening in the pit. So here are the standings for today. We have Atli Jamil, who is leading right now with 1,770 points. Gudmar Eliasson with 1,831. And Mikael Jonsson in 3rd position. Everything to fight for. Here we go. Starting off in the modified class now with Celine Gröning from Norway, car 213. That was unfortunate. Speaking to her earlier, lots of enthusiasm, very much a I can do this attitude. Andy Kuhn from Switzerland, car number 222. Let's see how far he gets here. Really needs to push this. Keep going. Yes, look at this. He just showed everyone how it should be done. Kevin Fossen, car 201 from Norway, brother to Roger. Let's see if he can show his brother how it's done. So, there we go. Modified cars making a much better impression than the unlimited cars. Sure and steady. Yep. Is he going to come down? Yeah. So he manages to drive himself out at the bottom there. Kevin Fossen from Norway. Next up, Jørgen Paulsen, car 230 from Norway. Let's see what Jørgen does. Drivers are getting very tired now. It's been a long day for these guys. And there we go. Gaining points. Not getting their full 350, but gaining points nonetheless. Here comes Kenneth Dullevert from Denmark. Will he choose the same route? Decided to be a little braver. He's out. So this is track 6 for modified right now. The Punisher emblem shining in the evening sun. Coming towards the end of day 1 of this 2-day competition in Skien, Norway. Christian Jensen, car number 300, with a very distinctive green. Here we go. Let's see what he has to offer. Oh, he's taking the other route. Okay. Gaining points. And the standing so far. Jørgen Paulsen, 1927 points. Kevin Fossen, 1967 points. And Kenneth Dullevert in 3rd place with 1,463 points. So those are the top 3 right now. And that brings us to the end of day 1. People are starting to wander back to their cars. Very exciting day. Started off very, very wet. Turned into a very nice dry day in the end. And basically, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with us today. And hopefully we'll have a nice sunny day for day 2 of Formula Offroad Norwegian Cup 2019.
Formula Offroad, The toughest motorsport on the planet.